Goonies, Never Say Die. They're back. That's right. The 40th anniversary will put them back into cinemas through Fathom Event on January 19th and 20th. And I don't know what anyone else. 85 is a great year to pull from. There's tons of other stuff. But yeah, Fathom's going to have a hard time finding, whittle down their list. They could probably do more like 25 films because 75, 85, 2005, there's tons of anniversaries that are out there that they can pull from. And Goonies is a fun one. It's going to be a fun time, folks. Let's read from their little website here. They got all the details over at fathomevents.com. We have the link in the description for you. Get your tickets. Steven Spielberg, Richard Donner, Lethal Weapon films. Richard Donner directed the Superman movie. Let's. I don't know who wrote this for Fathom. By the way, let's list Superman first, please. That would be a little helpful. Chris Columbus, Harry Potter films, who also doesn't get credit for his other work. Collaborate to create an epic children's adventure of subterranean caverns, sunken galleons, and a fortune in lost pirate treasure waiting to be found by a group of friends known as the Goonies. With brother Mikey, Sean Astin, and Brand, Josh Brolin's house is slated for demolition of the greedy land developers. The boys decide their only hope lies in finding a long lost treasure. They uncover a treasure map and, with their friends, descend into a subterranean sea and abandoned galleon in this fun-filled, fast-paced adventure. Who wrote this? They like repeated themselves. Terrible. Look, Goonies is an adventure, coming-of-age type film that really captures the 80s in a lot of different ways. Obviously, had a cast of kids that went on to find a lot of different success. And Sean Astin and Josh Brolin kind of like headline that success, but there's many others. It has a massive following in the area. You can go around and see the different locations where it was filmed. It got great music with the Cyndi Lauper song that just went completely the equivalent of viral. Back then, we didn't have the term viral, but that was what it was. It was like on the radio. It was in everybody's head, be bopping along with the Goonies song. So fun stuff. Let's see if the trailer. We'll see how copyright strict they will be with the trailer because they've got me on a couple others. So I think the one thing that we should probably point out is that all kids, when they're young like that, they want to find a treasure map. They pretend to have treasure map. Do kids do that now? I don't know. I should do that with my grandkids, see if they'll do that now. We did it when we were young.
Guys, realize what we could do?
I like the fact that they just kind of can get on their adventure and like their parents and no one's really looking for them till the very end of the film. Like no one's like put out like an APB. So the film moves so rapid and is so dense and there's not like time wasted. All the characters have great personalities that are right there and for everyone to see and you can kind of become attached to each of them. I mean, let's face it, until the recent successes, this was really, among Kiwi Kwan's claim to fame, right? This and being short round. So it is great to see these. This film needs just more attention. I got to be honest. It just needs more attention. This is a great film. It's a ton of fun. Corey Feldman, his mouth, I think, is very great as well. There's the comic relief that never gets like in the way. Jeff Cohen, who plays Chunk, and I think he kind of like just bowed out of acting. Really, he didn't really stay with it, but he really is. I think he's a lawyer or something now. Anyway, he was just so many memorable moments. Sean Astin really is not that impressive in this role. Went on to a lot of great stuff. But look at the effects. Look at the design, the elements that work, and of course, you see things that manifest. Look at the teeth that are coming out of his left sleeve pocket, right? The chattering teeth that will somehow actually hold him when he's falling and will catch him and save him from getting harm's way. The kids are great. Everything about it's fantastic. The sets are amazing. The stories behind this are amazing. Very much looking forward to hopefully getting a chance to see this in cinemas because Goonies never die. Goonies fantastic, and I and Mrs. Pops are huge fans. Goonies is probably an every year movie. I don't think we watch it multiple times a year. I will eager to see when the kids get a little bit older that this can become a regular thing for them. It was a big success for us when we were kids watching this, even though I think it would have been about 14 when this movie came out. It came out in the summer of 85. So I don't think I was quite 15 yet. And I remember seeing it at least once or twice in the cinemas, and then it kind of waited its round over to like the dollar theater. We watched it a lot then, but great stuff. Great. Sloth, man. Oh gosh, how could you not just love Sloth? John Matuszak is a famous football player who had passed away. Um, he will always be remembered more as Sloth, I think, than anything else. So he's fantastic. I always loved Robert Davi. He is great. He's the Jake Fratelli. Joey Pantoliano is the other one. Mama's kids and the mama himself. She is just, she is crazy. She's the throw the mama from a train woman, who actually I think got a nomination for an award for that. I think she was pretty well accolade for that, but she's obviously fantastic. She's got a quick cameo, I think, in Scrooged as well. So Anne Ramsey, it's one of these things where I think Spielberg probably gets a lot of credit for the success of the kids coming together. Richard Donner doesn't get the accolades and the credit that he deserves for delivering just another great film because he kind of came from a long list uh, of projects and TV and some different things that didn't necessarily garner him a ton of success until he landed the Superman job after doing The Omen. He actually got success with doing he directed The Omen in 1976. So the fact that the studio would allow this horror director, I think that's what his success was, to do Superman was this massive thing. He doesn't really get credit for his work over on Superman 2 because he did do a little bit of work there. Then he went on to do, he did a comedy, I think, with the Toy, right? The Toy is directed by Richard Pryor, The Toy, Jackie Gleason, and that came out before this as well. And then, of course, after this is when he got the Lethal Weapon job and did that. I think it was great to just see him have some successes. Then it kind of fizzles out and sort of like near the end of his career, where not a lot of those movies took off or really were that successful. But this is heyday Richard Donner, and it is truly good to see. So, folks, everything will be in the description. Make sure you click that over. Go over to Fathom Events. See about getting tickets near you. January 19th and 20th. It's a holiday weekend. That's MLK Day on the 20th. So you have some extra shows that are probably on Saturday afternoon. You can get this on your to-do list. Feel free to check that out. I will also put a link in the description for my Goonies conversation with Vex. Vex is fantastic to hang out with. We have great time hanging out together, and we love talking about Goonies. So I'll put that in the description as well. You might want to check that out. All right, folks, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Till next time, I am Bob.
This is Kevin Murphy from Rip Tracks and Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Hey, this is Mark from Casting Crowns. Hey, this is Alan Powell from the film The Song.
Hey, this is Christian Kane.
This is Colin Mockreed.
Hello, everybody. This is Ernie Singleton, a.k.a. T-Dog from The Walking Dead, and you are listening to my main man, Brandon.